Hey y'all, what's up? This is Jay Zador, and I haven't made a YouTube video in so long, you guys. And I'm gonna tell you why I haven't made a YouTube video in so long. This is a very unique position I've ever been in my whole life, and I cannot believe that I am and was and never again will be in this position. I was in jail. I had a probation violation, and I had a open container violation on top of my tail light being out. And I was trying to figure out what I would call this video even while I was in jail, because by like the first week being in the second location that I was in, I was like, okay, yeah, like we're definitely gonna make a video about this motherfucker. I'll make no kind of other video. So this is my story time. Jay Zador in jail. And baby, it's a time. So I don't even know where to start this video, but today I came home. So let me just say it like this. Like I said, I don't even know where I'm gonna go. I'm right, and those that know, they know. So this is gonna be a very transparent, a very Jay Zador perspective of being locked up, honey, because they won't let me out. Okay. And I do mean they won't let me out, but we're gonna get to that. This video possibly might be entitled Boss Feet and Pickles, or Pickle Feet and Balls, because bitch, that's what the fuck it smelled like in that motherfucker. When I say, god damn, bitch, these motherfuckers will stank. And like I said, I don't know where to fucking start. It's just so much shit. So, the end of June, I got locked up. I just know it was that last Friday of June that I got locked up. And like I said, I was driving because I had contempt of court because I had a court date that I missed, and then they put a warrant out on me. They thought the girls was escaping and getting out of town, honey. Yes, God. But that was not the case for me. I mean, I could have, because I was close to the border, but that's a conversation we're gonna have for a later fucking day. So I ended up DoorDashing, and a lot of shit been going on. I'm gonna make a DoorDash video about this particular moment, but I know for a fact these are gonna be two different videos. So I was doing DoorDash, and I was finishing my last order. I finished my last order, and I was going, like, to the main road, trying to pick up actually not trying to pick up another hit, because I was like, you know what? I actually had to go to the studio that day. Had to go to the studio and record. I know you miss me. Leah, you look snatched. Okay. Come here. Please. And I ain't talking about, I will say the address, but I don't want to be stupid because I'm recording the video. But yeah, so today, praying family, get into it. And I miss every moment of it. Never. And so it was that last Friday of June. When I walked in, she was asleep. My sister my cousin is snatched, okay? It's giving cakes, okay? Fat ass is running this family, starting with me, hello. I think she locked the door, child. Anyways, last Friday of June. So we not we as in somebody in me, but like multi-personalities. Like we as myself. We get stopped by the motherfucking police. I'm coming out of the area that I'm in. I turn off my DoorDash because I'm like, I'm just gonna go home because I really wasn't making a lot of money. And then if you know, like I said, a later video for a later day. So I turn my app off. I'm coming out of the area that I'm in. I see the police. I'm like, okay, fuck. Mind you, as I'm creeping up to the stop sign to stop, I see another pathway where I should have made that right. But I was like, if I make that right, then them bitches gonna think I'm suspicious. Versus just going to the stop sign. Hear me, follow me now. Just going to the stop sign, stopping, looking both ways, making the turn that I need to make. So I make that turn. I go down. Mind you, as I'm making that turn, the car's coming up. So as I'm seeing the car, I'm like, oh, they're not finna fuck with me. And even if they get behind me, it's like I'm doing the speed limit. I stopped at the stop sign. There's no reason to be behind me. But I'm not gonna say the county I'm in because I don't really want bitches in my business. But and girl, if you Google you, bitch, you'll find her. But anyways, as that car passes them, I see them pull off and come behind me. But I'm still thinking in my head, okay, bitch, you can make this turn. But then once they made that turn onto the road coming up behind me, they wasn't that close, but they was still rear view mirror ahead, so I could still see them. I was thinking if I stop, or not stop, but if I make that immediate right, then they'll just make that immediate right and then blue light me. In my head, I was thinking, well, bitch, keep going. Because if you keep going, you already done made your left and your rights and things. Bitch, you ain't give them no cause, is what I'm thinking. So they're behind me. I'm driving normally in a residential area. And they hit their lights. No. I make it to the stop sign. What made me realize that it was following me was when not stop sign, but I made it to the light, the stoplight. And it was a four-way. And our stadium was to the left of me. And so I said, mind you, I was in the middle lane. I said, if I go left, if whatever move I make, if this cop follow me, then he done already ran my tag and all the other bullshit, or he's going to. So what I did was, I kept going, kept riding the speed limit, got over the train tracks. I said, this motherfucker probably running my tag. This is just running through my head. I said, this bitch run my tag, then it's up for me. I'm like, bitch. Because I ain't have no insurance. We're going to get into that later on in the video. And then I missed court. So we're going to get into that. Well, no. By this time, I didn't really realize I missed court, but it didn't surprise me when they told me, oh, bitch, you're supposed to go to court earlier this year. Because we're going to get into that later on in the video. And so when I get to the end of the street where there's a stoplight at, I said, if this person follow me when I make this right, this bitch already ran my tag, I'm about to get pulled over. So I get to that light, I make that right, and then as soon as I make that right, that motherfucker blue lighted me. I said, fuck. Now, mind you, where I stay is a borderline, like not too far away. Bitch, I'm gonna make it to this motherfucking borderline because she only about 5 minutes. Like, literally. Like, she at minimum 5 minutes, no longer than 15. Bitch, I would have made it there, bitch. Going to 60 seconds, bitch. Okay? Fuck you talking about. So I said, nah, bitch. So I pulled over. He was already with this, oh, put your hands on the window. I was trying to, like, mind you, I was like, when he pulled me over, I realized I was like, oh shit, bitch. Like I said, I turned off my, I ain't mentioned this earlier, but I turned off my app. End up going to the store, get me a little drink. You know what I mean? Bitch, I'm off. I'm tired. So I end up buying me like a little drink. So I had the drink in, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna be a little transparent. I had the drink in a separate cup, ultimately. And I finished that cup. No, I didn't finish it. I still had some of that cup, but the can was low to the bottom. And so I was also thinking about that, and I was like, well, bitch, I can't throw the can out. So I throw the can out, bitch, it's up. Like, bitch, they gonna know what's tea. So I forgot that my middle console was down, and I could have just, probably threw her in the trunk, bitch. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest. But, I mean, that didn't dawn on me literally until after the fact. And so, bitch, I was hoping they was gonna think it was the Arizona, no shade. Bitch, okay, give me Arizona teas. But, they realized what it was, and I was like, fuck. And so, what's the shit called? No, so he, asked me, all this shit. And he was like, we think you gotta, he was like, my tag, my light, the open container. And I had to contempt the court. And I was like, he was like, the judge doesn't want to see you. So I was like, okay, girl, let's meet with the Wizard of Oz, bitch, okay? So we, well, not we, like I said, my multi-personalities in my head. I get locked up. The motherfucker was so nasty. I was like, well, can I at least tell my sister that we're going to pound the car, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, okay, that's cool, but can I at least tell, I'm thinking like, well, can I at least tell my sister so I can let her know what kind of money I got so she can, take my car out versus getting it out the next day, but she can get it out tonight. But he was being an asshole. He was like, well, when we get to the station, you can call your sister. I said, my dumb ass thinking, oh, okay, he'll just let me use my cell phone. He let me, they was tripping about me getting a lot of numbers out my phone. And I was like, well, bitch, the fuck? I mean, this is 2023. Who the fuck remember anybody's fucking phone number? Because, bitch, I don't. I'm like, girl, what are we talking about? But so I just called my sister and I told her, and I was like, well, just, and then they was telling me that they was making it seem like I was going to be seen by the judge that following Monday. Mind you, I was locked up that Friday. And I was like, okay, cool. No shade. I don't want to sound ignorant, but this is going to sound ignorant. Like me watching like television shows and movies, like, you get locked up on the Friday, you get out on the Monday. Girl, as you will see from this video, bitch, that was not the tea. I remember getting locked up, getting in the back of the car. No, I'm skipping the part. So the guy, he came with the breathalyzer. He go, they love to do their favorite fucking line, bitch. It's always giving like, it's giving scripted. But the police officer go, have you been drinking? Because it smells like alcohol in here. And I'm like, girl, she does not smell like alcohol. I just popped her open not too long ago. Like, what are we talking about? But anyways, because like the bang the black people, and it's more televised, bitch, you're not gonna be bang banging me because bitch, I don't have time. So, I just did what the fuck I had to do or whatnot. Hey, can I get my ID? Okay, cool. Because I want to make sure that I'm getting my ID. Unfortunately, you asked me the question, so I don't know how you don't now. But can I get my ID? Okay, thank you very much. But all this other shit. He called the guy to give me the breathalyzer. The breathalyzer, I said, well, sir, I just opened this. Because he was trying to hit me with the, oh, you seem very intoxicated. And I'm like, girl, bye. I just got the fuck, like, I'm finished DoorDashing, but I just brought this hoe. So, bitch, I know this thing called having a high tolerance as the drinker, but, bitch, It's not giving high tolerance. It's giving, girl, she just popped open, bitch. I can't get drunk that fast. I know you like to make it seem like, but bitch, I can't get drunk that fast. The shit come back .12. Bitch, what? Now this motherfucker on camera saying like, oh, it seems like you're spiking. Like, okay, you're not drunk right now, but I assure you, if you get on this road, you're going to spike, and then you're just going to crash into another car and just kill every fucking body. I'm like, girl, what are we talking about? Like, bitch, what you not understanding? I just opened her. Bitch, she just got the fuck open. So, what are we talking about? So we go down. I don't know if I need to make this video in parts, but bitch, I might have to make this video in parts, but she's going to be long. I'm like, okay, bitch, I just popped it open. By this time, they done handcuffed me. I don't recall if they read me my rights or not. We would have to look at the dash cam, but I don't recall at this moment. I am very much so, have me a little drink, have me some wine, because I am sophisticated, even though I'm drinking her out of a McDonald's cup. But the point is, I don't recall. So I get the fuck out. I get inside the car. And once again, I'm still thinking, like, when I get to jail, I can just call my sister and tell her, like, what's up. And, like, I'll possibly be out Monday. Because I'm relying on TV telling me that when you get locked up on a Friday, you'll get out on a Monday. I went to the jail, sat down, and, like, because I have a personality and I'm not, like, a fucking wooden board, what happened? Like, people who was, like, who check you in and shit was, like, like the nurse and, the motherfucker at the lobby, I was just being myself, and then they would happen to laugh and happen to kiki, and we would be kikiing. So it really wasn't, like, a tense moment there. They ended up giving me a TB shot because, bitch, hello, we don't got time. We don't know. But that came a little later, though. Skipping ahead. I come in, the motherfucking officer who pulled me over putting some bullshit down, and maybe I should talk about that now. He put on my motherfucking thing that I had an open container, and my license, right, was not my license, but my tag, like, like my decal was expired. But bitch, my birthday ended until August. Bitch, this was the last Friday of June, or somewhere around that time. Like, bitch, what are we talking about? Like, huh? Like, what I'm trying to say is that, bitch, I still had time to do all this shit. So I don't know what you mean by my shit was expired when you saw me, bitch. We're not in August, so I don't know what you're talking about. But I ended up finding that out when I ended up getting some legal mail. Like I said, this is further down the line. Hopefully I could piggyback to this moment. What happened? What happened? So they go put me on my they go put me on, like, the inmate shit, like the jumper and shit. I'm like, bitch, I'm like really I'm thinking, like, once again, relying on movies and shit. Like, oh, bitch, I'm just gonna be in my regular clothes until Monday, and then I go to court Monday looking all, what's the word? Not disoriented, but like, a little ragged, you know what I mean? And so, but they put me on a jumper. What the fuck? But I ain't think nothing of it. They had, mind you, once again, you see them in jail. They don't tell you what I'm about to tell you. So I go into jail, and then they put me in this holding cell. So I'm thinking like, okay, bitch, I'm gonna be here until Monday with these niggas. And I see these niggas and they already laying down and making their little spots and shit. Mind you, this is like evening time. So it's like I want to say in between like 7 and 9, right? In the words of Mariah Carey, I've been having a splash. So, so we're gonna get to Mariah Carey a little later on in this video too. Hopefully, I piggyback to that. We in the holding cell. These niggas is like kind of giving what the taste of what I got when I was there, and I was like, okay, ugh. So we all of a sudden they call us out, and I'm like, okay, call us out. What we calling out for? Like, you know, like, what the fuck? Oh, bitch, I forgot. So as they give me my jumper, I go take my mug shot. As I'm being this being my first time being in jail, I'm like, bitch, I'm about to get a motherfucking mug shot. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Bitch, these motherfucking flies is giving too much, bitch. They getting real comfortable, bitch. Okay, I should have closed this door, but it's hot where I'm at. Y'all see this motherfucker? It was big, bitch. It's giving beetle. Oh, my God. So I was getting my mug shot. As I'm walking up to get my mug shot, I said, bitch, I should smile, right? So once again, I'm thinking, I'm going to walk up, stand, place myself, and then, like, they're going to ask me, or it's going to at least feel like a pause. And then, like, okay, we about to take your picture. No, bitch. So as I'm walking up, they go, okay, let's go. So I'm walking up, and I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you should smile, bitch. Like, the fuck? Like, this is, like, starting to turn into the Twilight Zone, bitch. Like, this cannot be happening. So I walk up, and then as soon as I touched on the mat, the bitch take the picture. So my smile wasn't even as big as I wanted it to be, but I was just like, okay, bitch, like, what the fuck? And I come in, they put me in that holding cell. The vibe between the niggas was very, like, calm, but it still was, like, a little intensity. And I was just like, but it wasn't, like, overbearing. It was just, like, obviously, like, damn, a gay guy in here. And so they ended up calling us out. They called us out. I'm thinking, okay, bitch, where we going? We're going to the bag. Like, bag, bitch. What the fuck is the bag, bitch? I thought we was going to be here until Monday. We went to the bag. The back of where, bitch? I thought this was the whole jail, bitch. What's going on? Bitch, I thought that was prison in the back. To be honest with you, if you really asked me at that time, I thought, okay, how the jail is set up here? I'm thinking, like, oh, it's giving, like, jail in the front, prison in the back. Because it was giving barbed wires. I'm like, bitch, is just escaping out of jail like that? Like, yeah, I see I need the barbed wires, but bitch, I was giving the barbed wire. Like, bitch, what? Yeesh. My God. So I'm thinking, bitch, we're going to the bag. So I'm like, okay. Once again, I'm still thinking, okay, even though I'm going to the bag, bitch, I can be in the bag for a couple of days, bitch. It's Friday, bitch. I'm leaving Monday, so, girl, it's very much so given. Okay? So I get into this door. I think they real, you know, like I said, I have a personality. Maybe a lot of my personality does wrap around, especially when I use it appropriately, I would say. Like, my gayness, like, they can already tell. So when I went back, eventually going to the dorm that I was in, which is called 2B, or B2, one of them like that, but it was, yeah. And so I ended up going to 2B, and I ended up having to cell by myself. I said yes. Bitch, they know. Bitch, they caught the team. Mind you, they already asked me, do you identify as transgender? I said, no, I identify as a male. Black, you know, And they asked another guy that, and he was very like, ma'am, don't I look like a man? Like, why you asking me that question? And it's like, girl, you can look like a man, but still, anyways, how you doing? like I said, by that time, we done went to the back. We done stayed in that little holding cell for a minute. We done been called out. We done been gone to the further back, the back of the place. I walked through. I'm the last person to get into their room, just to bring down, like, I guess, niggas tripping. So I get to my room. I lay there. I'm like, okay, bitch, you getting out Monday. I mean, it is what it is. I literally didn't realize or haven't utilized or practiced the art of not having my phone for 24 hours and how that really made a motherfucker feel, bitch. It is crazy how these phones have a hold on us. Because them first 24 hours was like, bitch, I can't even, okay, like I'm a 90s kid, so you had to turn your TV off at a certain time, or you had to come in the room at a certain time if you didn't have a TV in your room. That's how we was raised in the 90s. So, to get in this phone era and be like, well, even though I don't have a TV, bitch, I got my phone. Bitch, I can still... But not even having that, being in a place like jail, it's like, oh, bitch, I didn't know how reliant I was on this motherfucker. Like, bitch, I love my phone, bitch. Like, girl, it was giving a thin line between love and hate. Because I was like, bitch, like, so I ended up going to sleep. And then I slept, like, the entire time I was in that particular dorm for them 2 days. And we woke up for breakfast. I was given very much so, wake up, bitch, I'm in jail. Go to sleep. And then I remember eventually waking up for breakfast, coming to my dorm. I was like, bitch, I'm not gonna eat this shit. Are you fucking crazy, bitch? I'm only here until Monday. Girl, this might kickstart a diet. We're gonna get into that a little later. Okay? Like I said, my personality's in my head. I'm not mentally ill. We're gonna get to mentally ill a little later. Breakfast. We get to breakfast. I don't want the shit. So he left. He gave me the food. Left. Came back. Still, the tray was still fucking full. He was like, "Oh," I said, "No." I kept the butter, as they call it, and I I kept the cookies, but I didn't have the, like, encompassing, like, grits and eggs. The reason why, because I tasted a little bit of it, because I was like, bitch, you know how you get, child, when you done go in a few hours, when you used to eating, and you go a few hours without eating, it's like, okay, well, let me just get a little nibble. Ugh. Couldn't finish it. I said, okay, bitch, we're definitely giving this back full. Once again, you leaving Monday. My personality's in my head. Go back to sleep. We sleep. They let us out because I was in a dorm 2B that was like, okay, I think they called it 23 and 2. So you get 23 hours in your room and you're only out for 2 hours. So I'm like, okay, I'm out. Fuck. Do I want to go out with these niggas? Nah, bitch. I'm only here for 2 days. Bitch, I'm here till Monday. Let me sit my ass in this room because I don't got time for these homophobic ass, secretly in the closet ass motherfuckers. Like, I don't have time for that. Or trying to put on for the next nigga ass, because we definitely gonna get into that shit. Ass niggas. I'm gonna just stay in my room, bitch. We're leaving Monday. Boom. I come out. I'm saying that's like a few cute niggas in here. Mind you, this was like 2B, and we had like 50 rooms, and most rooms had, at least at that particular time, it seemed from what the speculation was, everybody at least had like 1 to 2 people in their room. So there was a total at least of 3 people to 4 people in a room. I was the only person that had 1 person in their room, from what it looked like from my perspective. I didn't go up and down to see nothing. I just Okay. Stayed in my room the next day. This is Sunday. They give us that 2 hours that we have. Because we can't be locked up for 24 hours, I'm assuming. My lips are still pink. They're coming back, baby, yes. We get those 2 hours. Now I'm talking about everybody. We get those 2 hours. I come out that second day. I take a shower. I sit in the little room where the TV is, where I sit in front of the TV, and I just let them motherfuckers have it, bitch. Like, I'm here to Monday. Come on with these flies, bro. I've been trying to keep it cordial, but these flies is really bothering me. I'm watching TV. One guy sitting next to me. We both watching the same thing. Then on the other side, they're watching, like, I remember being in the sports channel, but oddly, I don't remember what I was watching. I think it was a movie that I never watched. I want to say it was Mission Impossible, because they played Mission Impossible. Shout out to Tom Cruise, bitch. They played Mission Impossible, bitch. It was a jail favorite. The gag was, it was cable, but it was like, why the fuck they keep playing Tom Cruise? Like, girl, is Tom Cruise a private investor for the jail systems and things? I don't know. But what I do know is that they play Mission Impossible a little too much for my comfort. No shade, I've never seen the movies, but I actually ended up liking the movies because it was actually really good, and to find out that he did his own stunts in the movie was really appreciated. So now I look at the other TV they're watching, I for sure know it's football. Now if it was like a newscasting thing where like reporters were talking about the latest game, I want to say it was more like that than like an actual game. But you know how they do like clips of an actual game. So my gay ass was just slightly confused. Our 2 hours is up. I don't have no money on my phone, so I can't call nobody. I forgot this point too. Before I go even in the holding cell, I'll call my sister and eventually let her know that I'm locked up. And she's like, what? Like, you know, that was a whole moment. And she was just like, oh my God, da, 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 da. And like, you know, we both had this like tone in our voice and we both said like, it's always fucking something, bitch. It's something. It's very much so something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. So fast forward to now I'm in 2B. This is the second day. I think I've been watching Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible, our time is up. We go back to the room. They end up calling me out saying that they're going to move me to the further back. I'm like, okay, bitch. I thought we were here to Monday. What the fuck is going on? So this is Sunday. I can't remember. I want to say it was like Sunday morning or Sunday like midday light. So either this was like 11 to 12 or maybe 10 to 12. I doubt it was 10 to 12. But like 11 to 12 to 1, or it was like from like 2 to like 4. Not even 5, but like 2 to 4. But I don't remember. So we get our shit. No, it had to have been before 5 because we had dinner. So it was like at least from 11 to like 3:30, 4. Mind you, I ended up eating a dinner later on that day too after they gave us that nasty ass breakfast. But I was like, at that point, I was like, bitch, you gotta eat something because these butters is gone, these cookies is gone. You gotta make a way home. Even though you're here to Monday, but bitch, you gotta figure it out. So I said, bitch, I'm gonna eat this nasty ass shit, but bitch, I'm going home Monday. I said, bitch, the further dorm. So as I'm sitting down, I'm minding my business. I felt like that negative energy coming on because I feel like the inmates, of course, was disrespecting the guards to impress the other inmates, which is so fucking weird and very gay, but we're gonna talk about that a little later too. I go to my room. He let me know that I have to get my shit together. But he doesn't say it rudely. But he let me know that I gotta get my shit together. I get my shit together. I come out, then I kind of go back in, but I don't stay in for like too long. And then I think he calls me out. We sit down. I sit on the table. It was like the countertop where the water was at and all the other shit. And the guys were sitting in the seat. But even though, let's say there was 10 seats, you know how guys are. They're not going to sit like right next to each other, right? So, of course, it was like one guy sitting in one seat and then an empty seat, then another guy, and then an empty seat, then another guy. So even though you had 10 seats and probably like the 7 of us can fit, nobody wanted to sit too close to each other because we're in jail and that shit look gay from their perspective. So I'll sit on the countertop where the water faucet is. I sit there, and somebody called the CO that was in our dorm and tell him to tell me to come get off the seat. We figured it was the white guy in the next office, and come to find out when the CO, because he picked up the phone and he was telling me as the person was still on the phone. When I looked to the right of me, because he was in the office to the right of me, the person in that office ended up getting off the phone, and then when I looked back to that CO, the CO was hanging up the phone. So I was like, oh, it's this bitch in this office right here that's doing the most, because he's high up, whatever. He, I don't know his name, but I know how he looked if I was to see the bitch. We wait, this lady come out, she tell us to come through. They take us to like somewhere where it was giving very much so prison. As we stood in front of that door, we saw a guy walking out with an orange jumpsuit, and I was like, okay, bitch, not orange jumpsuit, girl, not orange is the new black, bitch. Okay, I thought we was getting our Monday, bitch. What's going on? So come on, flies, like y'all is really fucking up the vibe, bitch. The vibes. What happened? We stand in front of that dorm. We see a guy walking. Mind you, now that I think about it, it was getting very much so staged. But he had the two what is it called? Handcuffs. His feet was cuffed, and it was just like, you know, it was giving very much so performative. So and I'm gonna get to why I feel that way, because we end up going to where they deemed as the privileged dorm, the general population. Bitch, you want to be here, bitch. This is giving 5 stars, and that's why we call this area 5C, because I was in 5, but the room number was C. Okay, bitch, you're in 5C. Okay, you're in 5 overall, bitch. Get into it. We get into 5, and we're walking to 5, and it was me and a few other guys, and then I don't know if I should stop right here. I think I might stop right here because we have 40 minutes. I'm gonna post this on YouTube real quick and whatnot. I think I'm gonna leave it right here, bro. And if you guys like what you heard so far, comment below. Ask for part 2. I don't care if you see this video now or in a year, or 5 or 10 or whatever, but just ask for part 2 and you will get part 2. I think I'm gonna leave it right here because I like the cliffhanger that is on, because C5 was where I spent most of my time at. From that, mind you, we thought we was leaving Monday. Okay, get into it. But we found out by Monday, girl, you were gonna be staying. Okay, bitch. Okay, because bitch, I was there for 3 weeks. Girl, it was a lot in those 3 weeks. That's why I'm saying, if you guys want the second portion of this story time by Jay Zador, my first time in jail, I think I'm gonna name this video Feet, Balls, and Pickles. Because bitch, that's when I got to motherfucking 5C, that's what it smelled like. Okay, bitch, them niggas was nasty, and I'm talking about inside and I'm talking about out. Okay, disgusting. I hated it. Ugh. So, but for this video, like, comment, please subscribe. Because there's more shit to the shit, bitch, okay? Subscribe to my other channel, because I have 2 channels. The artist Jay Zador page, where my music is solely at. You can find my singles like All About You. You can find my singles like What Is Love, What Is Trust, featuring OG 2100. You can find my latest single, Him. I also have music that I want to talk about that's coming out in another video. That probably won't be a story time, but it'll definitely be another video about what I'm doing musically and the opportunities that even this experience have gave me. It's gonna be a long series, but it's even gonna delve into the music. But yeah, I'm just glad if you guys watched this whole video, if you stayed this far to the end. Thank you. You are a J heart, and a J heart is like a beehive. But if beehives were like the Swifties, and if they were doing like coke, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what the J hearts are. Like, we're on another level, very much so. Alien superstar. Yeah. But I'm sweaty. I appreciate the sun reflecting against my melanin skin. That's something that gel teaches you to appreciate. And I don't have really a final thought or more story, but I do want to say that life does hand you a deck of cards, but you decide what you're going to play with. You decide what you're going to throw out, even though it deals you a deck of cards. And that was hopefully by the end of the story, you understood why I started off with this final note. Once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting, liking the video, sharing it on your Facebook pages, making this, whatever you found in this video, as a real. Yeah, this is actually more easygoing than I thought it would be, and that's, yeah, that was like the easy part for sure. I didn't know how I was gonna make this video, but I really enjoyed it making it this way. And like I said, let me know if you guys want more, and I'm done. This is Jay Zador. Stream Him by Jay Zador, JZDIOR. On that's Twitter, JZ Mew Mew, and MUMU, and that is Instagram, Jay Zador, JZIDOR, Mew Mew, MUMU on Instagram, and yeah.